Viewer discretion is advised. There is an update on the case involving Maleah Davis. The grand jury has indicted Derion Vence on tampering evidence. So I guess basically there is no update. Those are the same charges that you arrested him with in the first place. So if Derion Vence is charged with tampering with evidence, who killed Maleah Davis? That is the million-dollar question. Many people have taken it upon themselves and used their personal time to investigate this case. And people have found out that Brittany Barnes, on many accounts, was lying, and that she was in Houston during the time her daughter came up missing and probably murdered. So I'm just not understanding is why a murder charge hasn't come up yet. There is something called circumstantial evidence, because regardless if Maleah died accidentally or she was murdered, the fact is she died. And another fact is the way her body was discarded. Put in a trash bag and drove to another state and just dumped on the side of the road. So with that fact, how can it be an accident? Why aren't there some murder charges being issued? Because of circumstantial evidence. I've heard someone say that Brittany Barnes' mother has a thing with the chief of police. And I would hate to think that would be the reason why Brittany Barnes has not been charged. I mean, because if Derion Vence is charged with tampering with evidence, mainly a corpse, how did Maleah Davis become a corpse? This woman that took Brittany Barnes to the airport, what does she know? Derion Vence's brother, why did he all of a sudden want to pack up and go back home? What does he know? Derion Vence's nephews and nieces, what do they know? How actually did Maleah Davis receive all of these injuries? And how did she wind up being a corpse? I've seen other cases, like for example Chris Watts, where they take him into an interrogation room and they question him until he finally breaks down and tells the truth. Is Brittany Barnes, is she being interrogated? What about Derion Vence's brothers? Is he being interrogated? Or are these people being handled with kid gloves? With the constant resetting of Derion Vence's cases, I'm quite sure he's been interrogated. But these youngsters have a no snitch policy, like the police department. So somewhat on the line, you got to realize that you're not going to get too much information off of him. But what you can do is pressure the ones who you think are involved in the death and disappearance of Maleah Davis. Like, for instance, Derion Vence's brother. And those ladies that are so close to Brittany Bowens. When I read that the grand jury indicted Derion Vence on charges of tampering with evidence, I'm like, what are these? This is like a slap in the face. You could have kept that. If that's all you have to tell the public, you could have kept that to yourself. And you saying that when the forensic reports come out, that there could be more charges. Against who? Derion Vence? We don't just want anybody. We want the right bodies. The people who are actually involved in Maleah Davis's death. And if her mother's involved, get her. If the uncle is involved, get him. Whoever it is, get him. And please quit toying with our emotions.